not upon you, Muhammad alayhi salatu wasalam, is their guidance. But Allah guides whom He wills. Allah guides whom He wills. And whatever you spend in good, it is for your own self, not for nobody else, not for Allah, but for your own self. Right? When you spend, not expect seeking Allah's countenance. And whatever you spend in good, it will be repaid to you in full. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is going to repay you in full Yawm al-Qiyamah, whatever you spend. That's why in Ramadan month that we ask brothers, spend in the path of Allah. Spend, give now that you have a chance to get nearer to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Right? It will be repaid to you in full. And you shall not be wrong. Whatever you give, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is going to pay in full, and He will increase it more for you. So my dear brothers and sisters, we must always think how we have to spend in the path of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That the wealth that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala blessed us with, we must know how to spend it. Because remember, I'm very sick, you know. Remember that for every dollar, you have to answer two questions. Yawm al-Qiyamah. Not here, but Yawm al-Qiyamah. How you get it and how you spend it. How you get this money and how you spend it. Allah is full aware of how you get this money and how you spend it. None one of us can get away from that. Right? So that's why we have to spend in a way that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wants us to spend, so that Allah will reward us with that. Right? To give in charity secretly. Narrated Abu Hurairah radiallahu anhu, that the Prophet ﷺ said, a person who gives in charity secretly, that his left hand does not know what his right hand gives. When you spend with the right hand, don't make the left hand know what you are doing. Right? Then you will be under the shade of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala on the day of resurrection. Then you will be under the shade of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala on the day of resurrection. And the statement of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, if you disclose your sadaqah, alms giving, it is well. But if you conceal it and give them to the poor, this is better for you. Some people when they give, they say, well, I'm giving, I'm doing it, blah, 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 like that. You don't do that. Whatever you spend with the right hand, the left hand is not to do. Allah will surely bless you. If one gives an object of charity to a wealthy person unknowingly, one's act of charity is accepted by Allah. Let us say you give someone wealth, charity, unknowingly, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will surely accept it from you. Right? Narrated Abu Hurairah radiallahu, Allah's Messenger said, a man said that he would give him some charity. Right? He went out with his object of charity unknowingly that he giving it to a thief. The man didn't know what he said, he giving to a thief. Next morning, the people said that he has given his object of charity to a thief. On hearing that, on hearing the man hearing on that, he said, "O Allah, all praise are for you. All praise are for you, O Allah. I will give alms again." The man said, "I'm going to give more." And so he again went out with her alms knowing that he gave it to an adulteress. Next morning, the people said that he has given his alms to an adulteress. The man said, O Allah, all praise and thanks are for you. I give alms to an adulteress. I will give alms again. The man said he's going to give again. And he said he's going to give again. Now he gives to a rich man. A man who has money, he gives to a rich man. Right? And the people next morning said that he has given alms to a wealthy person. He said, O Allah, all praise and thanks are for you. I have given alms, number first one, to a thief. Then I give to all adulterers. Then I give to a wealthy man. Then someone came to him and said, the alms which you give to the thief might make him abstain from stealing. I want you all to understand what I'm saying, right? Please. And the one that you give to an adulteress, make her abstain from illegal sexual intercourse, adultery. And the one that you give to the wealthy man, make him learn a lesson that he must spend in the way of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Right? 3 persons. So my dear brothers and sisters, this is just a little warning how you must spend your money. Right? This man never neglect. Although he spent to a thief, and then he get to know a thief, he said, Oh Allah, thanks. Then he went to adulterers, and he said, Oh Allah, thanks. And he went to a rich man. Right? And the rich man spent. Right? Nowadays, the rich man spent in the path of Allah, which Allah has given him in Allah's cause. So my dear brothers and sisters, this is a little nasiha that I'm giving you here. Let us all try to know how to spend our money, that we can get the benefit from it, Yawm al-Qiyamah. Our life based on Yawm al-Qiyamah, not on this life. Allah will test us, as I said, with wealth. So please spend your money, that you will get what Allah will have there for you in the next life to come. If you hold the money, you'll be punished, you'll be tortured. I will come to that later on. Then, the Arabic word, al-hafa, literally means to beg with opportunity. But Imam Tabari, in his tafsir, and the majority of religious scholars agree that the verse means they do not beg of people at all. Right? They do not beg of people. And who may be considered to have enough substance to make him contented with abstaining from begging. Begging is not good in Islam. Right? And the statement of the Prophet ﷺ, the Prophet ﷺ said, those who find enough substance to make him contented. And the statement of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, charity is for the fuqara. The poor people is not the one who asks for a morsel or 2 of meals from the others. But a miskin is the one who has nothing and is ashamed to beg from others. So my dear brothers and sisters, it's a little nasiha that I'm giving you all here today. Now narrated Al-Shabi, the clerk of Mughayra bin Shuba narrated. Muawiyah radiallahu anhu, he was the governor for Medina once, and he wrote to Al-Mughira bin Shuba. He said, write me something which you heard the Prophet ﷺ say. So Mughira wrote, I heard the Prophet ﷺ say, Allah has hated for you three things. Allah has hated for you three things. Kill and call, sin and useless talk, like backbiting, like slandering, like gossiping. Don't waste your time with those things. And we find that in Ramadan, right? That you can't backbite, you can't slander, you can't gossip, and things like this, right? Or else the fast will be of no use. It's better for you to eat and drink, right? Or you talk too much, or you talk about others, right? Now let us come back to backbiting. How seriously Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala reminds us in Surah Hujurat. Backbiting is like when if someone likes to eat his flesh of the dead brother. Any one of us here would like to eat the flesh of the dead brother when he died? That is backbiting. Safe from backbiting, right? And the Prophet ﷺ, once he was walking through a graveyard, he and one of his companions, and they saw from two graves smoke were coming out. Smoke on the top, fire at the bottom. Right? So the Prophet ﷺ told his companion that these two people are not punishing for something major, something simple. This one never saved himself from urine, and this one backbiting. And this is their punishment. You see how simple? When we come to masjid, we must come pure. And not only that, all time. We must try to save ourselves from urine. Because when you stand up and urine have gas. And one spot comes on the cloth, it becomes najasa. You have to find it and wash it out. Then you can pray with it. Or else you can't pray with it. But today people go. They stand up and they urine and they close soil and they come and they make a salat. The salat will not be accepted. Will not be accepted, whether you like it or not. Right? It will not happen. You must sit down. You must sit down and wash yourself.